with Jim. There's no meat on that pizza?
That's what I was
Sausage, no
thinking.
pepperoni? You couldn't come up with anything? All right. Thanks, Adam. Jim and Rocco are here again, and we are getting ready to answer your questions as far as dogs go. Rocco's all about the Kong right now.
He is.
Yeah. All right. This question comes in to us from viewer Jim. How do I stop my 6-month-old Labrador puppy from chewing everything in sight? Is there a quick fix?
There is. Now, the number one reason puppies chew is when their adult teeth are coming through the gum line, which typically is going to start around 16 weeks of age. As those adult teeth are pushing through the gum line, their mouth, their jaw, their teeth in a lot of pain. So they're going to chew on anything and everything to try to eliminate that pain.
Flip-flops are a common occurrence.
Oh,
love the flip-flops.
So this cheap little $10 toy that's available at almost every pet store in America is a saving grace. Now here's what you do with it. This little Kong toy, now look at him, he loves this thing. He's going through every trick you ever learned trying to figure out how to get it. You put peanut butter in this toy or canned food and you freeze it. Then the rubber acts as like a teething ring like they use for human babies for the puppy. So as the dog is licking and chewing and biting on this, trying to get that peanut butter out,
it's also soothing the teeth.
That's right. It's numbing his gums, taking the pain away. So I recommend every puppy have 2 or 3 Kongs in the freezer ready to go. So if you're going to leave, you leave that Kong out.
And do you freeze it with the peanut butter in it?
With the peanut butter in it. So what I'll do is I'll typically, you can see how they're hollow. I'll fill it about 3/4 of the way with the peanut butter or the canned food. I'll freeze it, and then I'll take on that last little bit some fresh peanut butter or fresh canned food. And I use a particular type of canned food. I want a canned food that's more meat-based, not the stew-based.
Right.
So you don't want to go get the, grandma's peas and carrots, because when it thaws, it's going to be all over your carpet. You want to get the one that you can get at your veterinarian. So it's a consistency of like Spam. That way when it thaws, it's not going to come out. But the dog will have to work at it. So that ice cold rubber will numb their gums, and if it takes the pain away, they're going to want to go back to it.
So is this as much about keeping them busy as anything else?
It is. It'll keep them busy, and it's going to eliminate the pain, so they want to go to it. Now, for adult dogs, we were talking off the air, what your dog did.
My dog likes to rip the cover off of whatever paperback book I'm reading that week. Seriously, if I leave it anywhere that she can get it, she will rip the front cover off of it, just the front cover.
So what you need to do with her is get an interactive toy that's going to keep her busy. She's probably getting bored. She smells your scent on the book because you've been holding it, so she'll pick it up, and then her natural instinct takes over. This is where items like the Buster Cube, the Have-A-Ball, the Tug-A-Jug, these interactive toys that you can put dry kibble in them. Now, as they're chewing and gnawing on this, it'll roll around, it'll spit out the dry kibble, and they're going to get rewarded. But they have to interact with it to get the reward out.
Now, see, I went and got, I guess it would be that version of that. And here's the thing with my dog, who's incredibly stubborn. Will not stop until every piece of food is gone.
So it keeps
Doesn't
her busy.
matter. All hours of the day or night. The second you put it in and set it on the floor, just goes nonstop until it's empty. So you're constantly refilling it.
Or, in this one, you can set the level of difficulty. So it takes her a while to get it out. So find the ones that are adjustable. So make it real easy or make it real hard.
Therein lies the secret. All right, we've got kind of a surprise for you, Jim. All right, so earlier in the show, we were talking about some dog tricks without you. So let's show you this dog trick, because we know Rocco can do anything. But have you seen this?
I've seen a version
Geronimo
of this.
doing the double Dutch jumping. His owner said it took about 5 weeks to do that. Would you even remotely attempt that?
Oh yeah, you could teach that. That's real easy. So the first thing you do is you lay the rope on the ground and you teach the dog to jump over the rope while it's not moving at all. Then you have 2 people hold it with it about 6 inches off the ground, get the dog to jump over it. Then you just slowly move it, so you're just making a slow progression until eventually the dog keeps getting rewarded for jumping it, and then you put it together.
I was wondering what the stick on the ground is, like a
That's
target?
his target. Yeah, so
Nice.
he stays by that target. So that's exactly what they did. They taught him probably to jump over that stick first to keep him in place, and then the steps were really easy.
I know you could do it, Rocco. I know you could.
He's more into the judging double Dutch than actually doing double Dutch.
Yes, aren't we all? All right, if you want to send us a question to Jim, you can go over to our Facebook site, or you could go onto the main site, that's kboi2.com. Email us in a question. We would love to have Rocco and Jim answer it for you. There you see all of the emails that you can get a hold of us. Also, you could call 888-7978 if you want to get a hold of Sit Means Sit. Jim, Rocco, thanks for coming in once again.
Thanks for having us.